Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Keyvon's Life. I'm Keyvon, and it is officially 4 weeks until my very first crochet market. That's right, I'm doing it. I decided to go ahead and see what the market experience is like. So thanks to my mom believing in me, for Christmas she gave me $100 to a vendor market, like $100 towards my crochet business or the thoughts of my crochet business. And so really that was for me to pay the booth fee for a vendor pop-up. So I am doing it, and I'm a little nervous, more nervous about the things that I need to get done ahead of the market itself. I have been looking at this market for a while now, and even the specific date I have been looking at. In my head I was like, okay, let me start preparing for this market, even though the application hasn't opened, even though I haven't paid my money, even though I'm not even like a thought on this, what do you call it, a coordinator's brain for this market. I still wanted to go ahead and start making stuff. So I've been making stuff for, I'd say, like since early February, but I did kind of slow down once I was like, well, is this actually happening? Am I gonna do it? So I slowed down for the month of March a little bit, but that's okay. Now it's April and we are 4 weeks out, and this week my application just got approved and I sent in my money. So we're doing a vendor pop-up. This vendor market is the weekend of Mother's Day, and I decided to take that slot. She actually has a lot of vendor markets throughout the year. I decided to do Mother's Day because I feel like that's a very popular, like, of course it's Mother's Day. So if I advertise it correctly and I like market myself ahead of the pop-up, hopefully I can drive some like personal traffic to the pop-up and to me. And then of course, hopefully people will be just out naturally shopping and, you know, more inclined to spend because they're looking for specific gifts for Mother's Day. And my crochet booth, of course, will be the perfect spot because I'm going to be having, of course, very unique handmade crochet items. Duh. So my whole plan is to do this Mother's Day pop-up weekend, make some gifts really geared towards mothers and gift ideas for people to share out with their loved ones for the holiday. Also thought that it would be a good weekend to promote some teacher gifts because it'll be wrapping up the end of the school year in my area. We will have just missed, so if anybody doesn't know, I was a teacher, so teacher brain activated. So we will have just missed the teacher appreciation week. That's literally like the week before the pop-up market, but we'll be wrapping up the school year. So I figured it would be the perfect time to promote teacher gifts, teacher thank yous. Thank you for being my teacher. Thank you for helping me grow, you know, all the cute things. So I'm going to be promoting 2 things, pretty much is how I see it in my head. We're definitely going to document my market diaries. Since this is my first one, I'm really excited to prep and make things, and then of course learn and reflect so that if I decide to do it again, I have a bunch of knowledge. So stay tuned for that. In this vlog, we're probably gonna cover market prep. We'll make some stuff together, of course, my planning, all the things, curating, all the things will probably be in this vlog. I said I had already started planning for things for this market, making things. I actually already had a really big backstock of bucket hats, which is going to be one of my main sellers at the market right now. If you've seen my everything I crocheted in 2024 video, you've seen my big box of bucket hats. I'll link the video, but you've seen my big box of bucket hats, and I'm taking all those because they've just been sitting under my bed and I need to sell them. I think I've got like a little over 20 hats. I want to make 30 hats, so I got 8 more hats that I would like to make between now and the market. Let me tell y'all what I'm going to sell. I said the bucket hats. I'm also going to be selling a few small plushies, not a whole lot because I really don't think I'm a plushie. I'm a groomy girl, but I'm going to be selling some rubber duckies, and then I'm also going to make some apple plushies. So yes, bucket hats, rubber ducks, apples. Still on the wavelength of teachers, I'm going to make some pencil keychains, and I finished all my rubber duckies already. So my goal was to just use up the whole skein. However many rubber ducks I make from the skein is how many I'm taking. So I'm done with my rubber ducks. I ended up getting 6 rubber ducks out of 1 skein of yarn. So yeah, aren't they so cute? All right, and then for what I'm planning to be my main seller, main focal point of this specific is crochet flowers. I also want to incorporate an interactive component to my market. So I'm just trying to make a bunch of flowers at this point so that I can do like an interactive pick your own flower, make your own bouquet situation. In my head, I'm very ambitious. I want like 50 flowers, and I don't know how feasible that that is, or like if that's even smart. Like, are you gonna sell all these flowers, girl? I don't know. I don't know, but I want to make enough so that it looks like people can really come through and pick flowers. Like, we're at Trader Joe's, okay? Pick up your flowers and make your bouquet is where I'm at with it. That's how I want it to be. Did I say everything that I'm planning to sell? Yeah, that's pretty much everything that I'm planning to sell. Hats. Oh, and handbags. I don't have any examples. I was just looking on my floor, but I don't have any examples. But if you go watch my everything I made in 2024, those handbags will be in that video. I'll pop a picture up here. These handbags, I'm gonna try to make a few with whatever yarn I have already. Back in February, when I had the thoughts of doing a market, I did make a bunch of granny squares, and these are just going to be little like coin purses. So I'm going to sew a liner in there, and then I'm going to sew a zip. A bit ambitious because I haven't done either one of those things ever, but I have the granny squares for them. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I have a lot, period. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right now, my current plan of action is to make the hard stuff now, nice and early, so I can figure it out, practice, decide if I even want to spend my time on it or not, so that as the days lead up to the market, I can focus on like finding the stuff that I need for my tables and stuff like that, or just putting the finishing touches on there, or even just busting out stuff that I already know how to make, like bucket hats and ruffle hats. I don't have it in here right now, but I want to make crochet hair bows, so I've started some of those too. That is a very long intro. I've talked for 17 minutes. This vlog is all about the prep, so you are going to come with me over the next few weeks to prep for this market. We're going to be making some stuff. Let me know if there's anything that you might want a tutorial for along the way. Of course, I will happily share the tutorials that I'm using in my description box, but if you want to maybe know how I made them or like what little tweaks I did, I would attempt it. I never done a tutorial before, but I think it's time to start branching out. So let me know what y'all want to see, what questions you have about market preparation, any like resources or things that I use to get ready for this market. Drop your questions down below. I want to really like lock in. I gotta clock in and get some stuff done over the next 2 weeks. So I'm gonna see y'all in the next clip. So this is my market bag so far. This can come out, but these are my flowers in here. I'm trying to stick to some color schemes, so I really like the idea of like deep red roses with a pop of a sunflower, and then I do want to do some like all yellow bouquets, so more sunflowers, and then the tulips that are in here, and I'm also going to make some yellow carnations. So yeah, like a cute little yellow bouquet, and then the same for pinks. I want to do cute little pink bouquets. So yeah, you can see where I'm going with that. Yeah, so let's see what else. I'm pretty sure I have some purple tulips in here. Yeah, these little tulips. It doesn't look super purple, but yeah, this tulip. So yeah, this is my market bag. Let me put this stuff in here. I have the sticks that I need to wrap with green yarn, so we'll probably do that too. It's eat, sleep, breathe the market at this point, because I just don't like doing stuff last minute if I can avoid it. So yeah, I'm just trying to do what I can, as much as I can, early. I'm even thinking about, do I want to try to make some Mabel chickens? We'll see. I feel like that's very ambitious, but they're so cute, and I think they sell really well. So I just pulled up to the pop-up market because there's one this weekend in the same spot that I'm going to be in a few weeks. So, you know, I had to come scope the scenery, peep the scenery, and a few things to know already. The parking lot is fat. So it is across from a movie theater, so people could be at the movies, but I don't know, like it's a lot of cars out here, so that's a good sign. Today's weather is really nice. It's perfect today. It's like right at 60 degrees and it's sunny. So last weekend it was thunderstorming the whole weekend, so that's probably another reason why there's just a ton of people. So yeah, I wanted to come out here, scope the scenery, walk around, you know, just get a feel for what the pop-up market is like, because I've never been to it before. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk around, see how many crochet vendors there are, talk to people, ask questions. We'll see if I ask questions or even talk to people, but I am gonna put my sunglasses on. Let's go explore the pop-up market, hopefully like get some inspiration. I think that'll be cool too, just kind of see how people have their booth set up, see what looks like it's working, you know, just get the vibes. So I'm here for research, so we'll probably trap off the iPhone for a little while because I just don't want to bring my camera. I'm back in the car. That was fast for me. I feel like I do a lot of things fast, but back in the car. I did my research, but I felt kind of awkward taking video, I guess, since I feel like I had like ulterior motives or whatever, because I was scoping out the scene. So I didn't take very many videos. A lot of people had the canopy tents, and then a lot of people even had the like tents like covers on the side. So I was originally just kind of thinking I would need to find a canopy tent and be good, but I probably, if I can, see if I can find the whatever wraps all the way around it so that there's a true barrier between it and people can actually step in. That's not necessary, but it's like a nice to have. I noted that people were really nice, which made me stop by. Some people were like sitting and they were kind of in the cut, and I was like, okay, probably don't do that. Or like I would speak to them and they would speak, but they would speak from their chair, and so I'm like, And I know that you don't want to like pressure anybody or be all up in their face while they're shopping, so that's something to consider too. So I don't know how I want to approach that, or like how I will actually be the day of, but that was something to note. Lots of crochet vendors had plushies for sale, and yeah, like mostly plushies and like pot holders and stuff like that. So I do think what I'm going to be selling will be somewhat unique. I don't know how many people, there were a few people selling crochet flowers, but I don't know how many people will be selling flowers on the day that my market is. So that's another thing to note. I'm hoping that my crochet bucket hats will sell really well, and the rubber ducks and stuff. So that was nice to see. Very heavy on the plushies, so I need to figure out how I can, like, you know, sell myself there and make my space unique. I didn't actually purchase anything, so I didn't see how people are like bagging up their items or stuff like that, but yes, I don't have like too many details on that. That is my research recap. Yeah, so the plan right now is to just keep crocheting a bunch of flowers, keep crocheting, make all the things, and then work on procuring all the things I need for an actual booth. It is way later, not way later, it's actually only like 8 o'clock, but I've been at home for a few hours and I feel like I've done a lot of nothing. It feels like a lot of nothing, but it's stuff. The problem is that it's all new stuff, so I'm like having to learn how to do it. So I've been watching YouTube a lot and looking at the tutorials, and of course that takes time. So I made some more carnation flowers and I did a few of those. I think I made like 9 of the the base part, the green pieces, and I just need to go around the edges, and I think I've done 8 of those. So I feel like I have one more that I need to go find. And then I made 2 leaves, so I also needed to watch YouTube to figure out how to do those. So I made 2 leaves, and I think I have like 12 tulips right now, and I'm thinking that I just want to make enough leaves for each of those to, like, you know, make it look or feel a little bit more realistic. And then I was feeling like, wow, I haven't done anything. So I decided to move on to my t-shirt yarn that I had, and I was originally going to do my granny square bag like this, but I started making the granny square and I didn't like it, so I switched to 3 solid squares. These are just single crochets. I made 3. I'm gonna fold them up, put them in a triangle, and they'll make a little triangle bag. I'm just making like a mini version, so 3 squares, and then you of course make a handle or whatever. So I decided I could at least do that and feel a little bit accomplished. So I made 3 squares, which is nice because I'm really just trying to essentially like stash bust at this point. So I had 2 skeins of this red t-shirt yarn, and I thought I was going to use it all for this purse, but it's looking like I won't. So we'll see. I still need to sew it all together, so hopefully I can use this whole skein to complete this purse. And then I still have 2 full skeins of this, and the issue is I have to make sure I make something that will use these skeins and no more, because they are Big Twist brand. And if you know, you know, Joann's is closing, so we can't get no more Big Twist brand nothing, which is very sad because I love Big Twist. So I need to use these. And then I have a few more other t-shirt yarn, Big Twist in different colors, like a peachy color. And I know I have a lime green somewhere. So I just need to make bags that will not require more yarn. So yeah, and it's turning out that this purse might be like a good size. So I might end up making more of these if I like it. So yeah, in my brain this weekend, I was wanting to like complete a full floral bouquet. I don't know if that's gonna happen. It's still very early in the evening. So I think what I'm about to do is take a break, figure out what I'm gonna eat, and then work on finishing up the stems. I really just want to get all the stems wrapped. So that's my plan. I'm gonna wrap all the stems, and then hopefully like I should have enough to at least put one bouquet together. We still have lots of time. It's only Saturday. So I'm about to work on the floral stem. So I'm moving to the kitchen. This is the pencil keychain. It's a little bit bigger than the other ones that I've been making, but I'm gonna be making pencil keychains. I'm also gonna put an actual clip on there, but yeah, I'm gonna make little pencil keychains. I figured this would be a nice something to add to my booth. It's nice and cheap. It's not taking me too long to make. I timed myself last night. It takes me about 16 minutes to make a full one, so not bad at all considering there's so many color changes. But I figured out that if I just like made each color at once in bulk, that helps me move a little bit faster. So I just made 10 sets of the eraser and the little metal piece on the pencil, so that now I can spend time doing the yellow pieces and then finish up with the beige and the black for the lead. I did start gluing some of my flowers together. This is turning out to be more difficult than I anticipated. My rods that I chose are thicker than most people's. I actually think most people are using like true kebab skewers because they have a pointy end, which is really smart because my tulips kind of suck. So my tulips aren't super sturdy. Look at that. So yeah, I need to figure out how to get my tulips on there properly. I don't know if that looks like me having to make the hole a little bit like bigger. I don't know, but I need to figure it out. I'm kind of bummed about that. I'm like, dang, that's gonna take up time. So I need to figure this out. I really want to put a bouquet together so I can start taking photos for social media. So that is a goal this week, like really within the next few days. Right now I have 5 pencils. If I can do these 10 today, I will have 15 pencils. And in my head, I think if I have like 20 pencils total, I'll be happy. So let me know down in the comments how much you would sell these for if you were making them yourself, or how much you think they should be sold for. If you are somebody who would make a purchase, don't be funny, but let me know what you would be interested, what you would be open to paying. I kind of feel like these are such small things that like if you're buying one, more than likely you're buying for multiple teachers. So I might do like a deal and say buy 4, here's the price, this is the price for 4 or something like that. So yeah, I'm gonna think a little bit more on that. Hello, it's a new day. Did I talk to y'all yesterday? I'm not sure. Today's goal has been hair bows. I've made 4 hair bows today, which is pretty good. I had one I made a long time ago, like back in February as a test, and unfortunately, I can't remember what size hook I used. I don't know if I used the recommended size hook, but it's giving that I didn't use the recommended size hook. So these ones have been the recommended size hook. This one cannot be because it's way bigger. So unfortunately, I'm losing one, or I'm not losing one because I can't decide if I'm going to sell these as a set or not. I kind of am leaning towards I do want to sell them as a set. In that case, I am losing one, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try to like make another one and guess the size. Knowing me, I probably was like a 2.5. No, that's going to take me too long. Let me use a 3.5 or a 4. So I feel like I probably used one of those to do this one. So we'll see if I feel like making a pair to this one. All that to say, I have 4 bows so far. I was originally thinking I wanted to sell like If I made 5 sets, I would be happy. So I've made 2 sets so far. I'm working on the 3rd set. And of course I also wanted them to be lots of different colors. So right now I'm thinking like 1 color of each. I've been timing myself, so it took me 20-30 minutes to make these bows. So not too bad. The pencils that I made, those take me 16 minutes to make. Not too bad. And I made 15 of those. My goal was like 20. We might make 5 more, we might not. We'll see how we feel. Oh yeah, I did talk to y'all because I also wanted to figure out the flower bouquet situation. So I did glue some more flowers. I got my tulips to be a little bit sturdier, so this is pretty good. She's not going nowhere no more, so that's exciting. I finally have like things that are coming together like a flower bouquet. So I haven't glued any roses yet because every time I practice, I feel like it doesn't look like a rose, which concerns me a little. That's my update. I'm gonna make bows tonight. If I make all my bows tonight, I'll be happy. And then tomorrow, we'll figure out the next goal. It's many days from the last time I checked in with y'all about my market stuff. So I had a breakthrough because I made all these apples. For teacher appreciation, I figured, oh my gosh, apples will be cute. So I'm making these apples. And I'm just about finished, but I need to put the smiley faces on them. And I was having trouble because they were looking evil. Yeah, that don't look like a good smiley face. It looks like an evil apple. And so I had done 2. This one isn't so bad, but still kind of ugly. So I just had a breakthrough and I decided to do a smaller smile. This one looks much better. I still kind of think they look a little crazy, but it's all right. So I'm gonna do these smiley faces, and I only made 10 apples right now. So yeah, I'm gonna do that because that was really my goal. I just wanted to finish these apples. What else? My hair bows are coming out beautifully. These are the hair bows. I put the backs on them already. I love these so much. I actually love them more than I thought I was gonna love them. And I had originally only wanted to do like 6 sets, but I kind of think these might sell. I don't know. These might sell because they're so bomb. So I want to sell them in sets because I just do. I just kind of feel like hair bows go in sets for me. So yeah, I kind of think I want to make like 10 sets. So I'm working on that. I just need to make 4 more. These work up really fast. This is like a cute little ombre with like some glitter in it. This one's really cute. So I'm gonna try to bust out a lot of these and make at least like 10. Very sobering to see the decline of YouTube due to platform school. Back then I couldn't even mind. So I'm gonna give y'all a little lay of the land across on the opposite side where you see this doofy old refrigerator. And I'm saying doofy because it's such an eyesore because I am having some various issues with my fridge. Get a little bit wired. I'm like, all right, we have much happier apples now. They look a lot better. I really don't think amigurumi is for me, but it was cute. It was cute. I don't know how the girls do it, but there is my apples. Did I show y'all my rubber ducks? Here's my rubber ducks. And then my keychains for the bags. Well, like just keychains to purchase for people to put on their bags. But I'm gonna style it up and put it on my tail far and take pictures. So yeah. So let me go ahead and cut the ends off of these ducks and wrap those up too. But that is the status update on my little like plushies. Okay, and then let's pan over to my flowers. There's my flowers. I have like 42 flowers right now, so I think that's a decent amount. I really don't know how many people are actually gonna buy flowers, so those are my flowers. I need to cut the ends off and stuff like that. But yeah, that is the update. That's what's going on. Hey y'all, so we just finished making a cup. It was very impromptu, so I have the Cricut out, so I decided to try to make the cards for my hair bows. So it's gonna look something like that, I think. That's one option. Or there is this option, which I like, but it feels a little small because I'm gonna do 2 hair bows on one. So I would kind of want it to be a little bit bigger, like longer. Those feel a little short if I'm gonna sell 2. But this one says these bow cards are just right for a single hair bow or for 1 to 2 hair clips. Oh yeah, so I'm doing hair bows, so not big enough. Yeah, because that's ugly. Let's put 11 knots studio, period. 11 knots studio. Okay, Let me call y'all back when I get this formatted how I want. Who's calling that? Who's calling that? Who? Is it Becky? Okay, y'all. I'm back. I decided I'm gonna do a tester because I pulled out my cardstock, and one cardstock that I have is really, really heavy. It's like heavy duty, and I think that's gonna be better for my hair bows, but I don't have any cardstock that's that heavy in the color that I want to do. I really want to do like a white or something, or maybe like a brown cardboard looking color, but I don't have that in the weight that I need, so I need to go to the store and see what my options are. So I'm gonna do a tester print and see like if I have the settings right, because I have to do writing first and then it will make the cut. This is what I came up with for my cards. So I ended up just spacing those out a little bit more because my bows, I feel like they're kind of big, and then I put my brand up at the top, and then I wanted to get more than one on a page, so I squeezed 4 on there, so I made them a little bit skinnier than what they need to be. And I'm very excited because the font on this tag for my handbags looks pretty similar to the font there, so nice like cohesion there. So yeah, let's do a test print and see how it goes, how it looks. They came out really nice. They're actually bigger than I expected, so let's take a look see. Wow, are you kidding me? These eat so bad. I'm so happy. It's totally fine. So I might just keep going. I don't know if I got more white or whatever this is. Is it alabaster? What is this? I don't know, but very cute. So happy. These are so freaking cute. Yeah. Think I should have put the price on there, but oh well. I like it. I really ate. I love them so much. She fears her. It looks like it's like 10 o'clock at night, but it's actually 2 in the afternoon. It's a rainy day. It's Derby day. It always rains on Derby, so that was expected. I finally heard back from the freaking lady, the market lady. She had me down, like, so I kept getting emails because they were watching the weather for this weekend's market, and she's like, we're gonna postpone it. I'm like, why are you putting me on the email for this date, May 3rd? I'm not on that day. I paid for the next week's date, and so she just wasn't being very responsive, which was really annoying. And so she finally got back to me today after I emailed her almost immediately a week ago when I found out. Wrote her an email, never heard anything back. So I wrote her on Instagram, still never heard anything back. So I followed up from my email last night, and she finally got back to me this morning. So I don't really like that. So we'll see how I feel about this market after I'm all done with it. But the one person I talked to, she was like, she's great, but this is the second incident where she's not very responsive, and I don't really like that. So because I was kind of holding off on my promotion, because I was like, well, I don't want to promote all this and then something happened and I don't end up going. So now I'm ready to post again. So I'm about to post my original planned post now that it's been confirmed. All right, cute. My flowers. Okay, so plan for the rest of today, pretty much. I have to go pick up a grocery order later, but right now I'm catching up on you, and I want to sew the labels onto my purses. So, hola.
Okay, blending and packaging and all the things.
I think there is something wonderfully chaotic about a local solo traveler for super helpful.
So I was on Facebook Marketplace like I have been doing for every day, just to see if I could see anything that's good enough for my market. And this is what I found. One of those little like chalkboard stands that sits out like this, you know. I thought it'd be really cute to put my flowers on there, or maybe just like say follow my socials. I don't know, but I'm thinking it's gonna be for my flowers. So I'm gonna put the prices of the flowers on here and set it right next to the flower table. And also the lady was selling these chalkboard markers. She said that these are really good, the gotta deal chalkboard markers. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm excited to make my signage and see how that goes. She was really nice. The lady was really nice. She was like, what else do you need? And I was like, I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool. I really had wanted one of these chalkboard stands because I had seen the one in Hobby Lobby, but it was $40. And you know, you shouldn't pay $40 for your first market. So I left it there. For both of these, for the chalkboard and the markers, I paid $30 total. So that was pretty cool. Today is Sunday. I have 6 days to my market, so I need to get on it. I'm gonna go pick up the tables and stuff later this week from my people that I'm borrowing tables and the canopy from. And then today I want to price all my stuff because I want to put price tags on each thing individually. And then I want to see if I can sew in my linings of my little stuff. So yeah, there's an update. The most exciting update is this chalkboard. So yeah, y'all, that's it. I will catch y'all at some other point in this vlog. I want to discuss my pricing because I need you to tell me the maximum amount that you would spend for things, but don't, like, you know, I need you to put your true thinking cap on and think, okay, she handmade it. It's like,
before I even do it, send me the list if I ask ChatGPT.
no. I need your help just thinking through, okay, like, what's the maximum amount?
Before you start talking to me about it, how much is yarn?
This yarn, let's say it's like $2.50 a skein is what it's called.
Okay.
So $2.50 a skein. And it only takes me, it takes me 20 minutes to make one of these. One bow. Okay. So knowing that, these can be priced pretty cheap. So do you want me to tell you what I'm pricing them, or do you want to tell me what you would purchase them for?
Tell me, because I already have a number in my head.
Oh, then you already have a number. Okay.
For that.
Okay. $12.
I was about to say 10.
Okay, so we'll stick with 12. I feel like I've never seen anybody.
It's 12 to somebody who loves going to markets and buying handmade stuff. Is that like, oh, that's dang, nothing. I give you 12.
I honestly don't know. Handbrake a few weeks ago, nobody's selling what I'm selling, which I think is a good thing. A lot of people are selling like plushies, and so a lot of people make a whole bunch of these and like animals, like chickens and I don't know, dragons and stuff. And a lot of people make that, but nobody is making hair bows, purses, and bucket hats. So we'll keep that at 12. I want to sell this one at a lower price point because I feel like it's one of those like easy things I can sell. It's like, here's a teacher gift, take it. So really I would be, let me see how much I have it on my list for. I said $8.
I'm between 5 and 10.
5.
Middle.
Okay, keep it. All right. Okay.
When you initially selling those for like 60.
Yes. And the thing is, I can't go lower than 50. Like, I can't, because the yarn is expensive. So the yarn is like,
that's your answer, because I think 60 is too much.
Mhm.
But that's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know for them.
Okay. Well, I think we just need to figure out what's the number where it's like, okay, she's like smoke. Because really, I feel like 60 is like, that's the minimum.
Yes. Don't ask me on this one. Yeah.
Because I picked up a bunch of stuff. The most important thing that I picked up was the canopy tent for the market. So shout out to her. I didn't have to buy that, which is really nice. But she like also had a whole bunch of other stuff. So I picked up an extra table from her. And then she had some of those wooden crates. So I took one from her. And then she also has these like, has like the wooden chalkboard stands. So I'm borrowing those too. Today I'm going to make all my signage. That's the goal for today. Make the signage, and then yeah, because if I make the signage and then that will force me to think through how I want to do the pricing for the flower bouquets. Let's get crafty, and first I'll figure out how to get this chalkboard marker off and then just start making my signage and stuff. Oh, and then I also need to, oh dang, I went right in Dollar Tree and totally forgot what I actually went in there for. But you know what it was? It was a long line. And so I was like, oh, what I need actually isn't that important, but it kind of is, because I was looking for a little cheapy frame or two to put my signage in for some stuff that I just wanted to print on paper. So I forgot to get that, but I'm pretty sure we have some frames in here. I just have to look around. So yeah, anything signage related, I want to get it done today. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's start writing. The good thing is I don't have to try hard for my writing, so that's good. I should be able to get this done quickly. Okay, that was really easy. I just combined vinegar and water per ChatGPT, and it comes right off. Hello guys, it is 2 days before the market. It's Thursday, May 8th, and it's time for me to do my mock setup. So I came outside because we have lots of space outside, so why not just set it up outside without having to like push a bunch of stuff around. So I pulled out all the tables that I've borrowed from people. I'm not gonna do the canopy, even though I probably should because I've never set up a canopy before, but we'll figure that out on Saturday. Do a test setup, see how it goes. I also have the hat rack that I'm trying to decide if I want to put that together or not. We'll see. But here is all my stuff. Look at what I just made. I just made this. I'm so glad you're here, or I'm glad you're here. That's so cute, huh? So yeah, my signage. Oh, I left my big sign in the house. I gotta go grab it. But yeah, there's my tables, and I have one more here. So I'm gonna test those, put them up, and see how I want to configure them. How do you use this? Okay, I'm gonna call y'all back when I have it set up.
If you got money, then you got me. Hey Bob, cause you not gonna like the out. Be with Tupac when I come shoot up that studio. This ain't no Yu-Gi-Oh! I get straight boy, but this ain't BET at all.
Alright, this is what we have for the market mock setup. My hat rack is there with my cute little mirror. And then handbags. You can't really see the sign, but you can see it once you walk up on it. Everything's tagged also, so everything is tagged except for the hair bows. But there's a label for the hair bows. Teacher apples. Say thanks to the teacher. My pencils and stuff. And then the flower bar is there. And my sign. There we have it. I think it's cutesy. Y'all, I just got home. It is officially the night before the market. I'm doing very last minute things right now. I just got my weights. Well, my weights came yesterday, but I just tied those up and put them in front of the door. So those can be the first things like in the car tomorrow. And then I had some last minute deliveries with the tablecloths that I ordered. I am putting the finishing touches on some stuff. So here's a hat. I just put the patch on, and then I need to sew in the ends, weave in the ends for these little bowls I just made. And then I have some stuff I need to like finish tagging. This is my market bag with all my like important stuff. So my tripods and stuff, scissors, crochet kit will go in there, cash, my iPad, all the stuff will go in there tomorrow morning. It's time for me to end this vlog because we have officially done all the prepping pretty much. So getting to the better light. So this is me saying hi and bye because we're wrapping up this market prep vlog. I hope it turns out to be really good. I feel like there's a lot of stuff. I've been prepping for a long time, so we'll see how much like what this turns out to be as far as a YouTube video goes. But yeah, I will see y'all tomorrow at my very first ever crochet vendor pop-up market thingamajig. So yeah, I'm gonna catch y'all in my next video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me love down in the comments, and I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye.